Self-Discovery. Do you like it, pro?
Hello, people. It's been a while, and I hope you are doing well. Today, we are further learning how to accept ourselves, and in this particular episode, I'm speaking specifically on compassion and empathy towards self. When I speak of self acceptance, I speak of embracing all facets of ourselves. I must admit that this is not going to happen overnight. It will take a great deal of consciousness and dedication, and that is the reason I like to think of it as a journey. A journey we started by learning to love ourselves, and then we went on to learn how to handle rejection, then to being grateful for who we are, and today, on our journey to self acceptance, we are learning how to practice empathy towards self. The need to show compassion to ourselves in our perceived inadequacies, failures, and sufferings is as important as showing compassion to others in similar situations. I would like to speak of empathy towards self in three dimensions. First, noticing your own sufferings. Then, accepting that whatever you are going through or experiencing is real, that is not living in denial. And lastly, the knowing that your inadequacies and failures or sufferings are a part of the shared human experience and that you are not the only one going through that. And so you need to hold yourself up rather than hold yourself down. All of these may sound simple, but let's dive into some few realities so you can assess for yourself how much empathy you show to yourself. Firstly, when things are going badly for you, what do you do? Do you see difficulties as part of life, something everyone goes through, or do you see yourself as simply unfortunate? When you fail at something you particularly consider important, do you get depressed and consumed in feelings of inadequacy? Or do you hold your head high, console yourself, and move on to explore other opportunities? Again, how do you judge and criticize yourself when you make mistakes? How long do you judge and criticize yourself? Do you say to yourself, "Oh, it happens, I will take note and not repeat this"? Or do you think of yourself as genuinely incapable of handling that particular task? These are just a few examples of instances in which our empathy towards self play out. So going forward, I challenge you to give yourself a chance to inch closer to self-acceptance and to becoming the highest, most truthful version of yourself with these practices of self-empathy. Learn to talk to yourself like you do to the people you love. Affirm that you are enough. Affirm that you live a victorious life. Affirm that you deserve the best. And do not say the opposite of any of these to yourself if you wouldn't ever say those to a loved one. Be kind enough to say comforting words to yourself in difficult times. Also, let me remind you that nobody is judging you like you are judging yourself. So drop the judgment. You need to be able to relate with your own thoughts and feelings without concluding whether that makes you good or bad. The feeling may be bad and the thought may be bad, but it doesn't make you bad. Showing empathy to yourself means acknowledging how you feel, accepting the reality in there, and holding yourself up to take steps towards the better self you desire without passing judgment on yourself. Just like Jack Confield said, if your compassion does not extend to you, it is incomplete. Be empathetic towards yourself like you are to others. Nobody in the entire universe deserves your own empathetic compassion like you do. So take a step back from self judgment and take a step forward into self empathy and self acceptance. And one more thing, don't compare yourself to others, it's an insult to your being. Your value as a human being is not based on any external factor. It is not based on how subjectively attractive you are, how much money you make, how useful you are to others, or how much you meet your own expectations or that of others. You need to understand that your compassion is essential to defining how you feel about you and accepting you in all facets of your being. You need to understand that you possess unconditional worth as a human being that is not dependent on anything at all. It is not dependent on your shortcomings or the opinions of others. You possess unconditional worth as a human being. So be empathetic to you and accept yourself in all facets. You matter to me.
The voice of self-discovery. Do you like a pro?